folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a few little veggie plants we're going to have a crack at planting. I've got these here which are plant towers, brand new. The idea is they've got a little department on the bottom there for adding the water, so you don't have to set up like a drip feed system. And then the tomato plants grow up inside this sort of plastic tower, so they're easy to tie off as they grow, which is pretty funky. Obviously brand new, never used them before, so we're going to get those put together and we're going to get to planting. And what we've got before we start is we've got 4 cucumber plants, 4 melon plants. They both grow across the floor, so we'll plant those in the corner of the pot so they've got the chance to go down onto the floor and do their thing. In the middle of the pot we're going to plant the tomato plant, so as it grows up we can tie it off to the tower. We've got 2 of your sort of bog standard salad tomatoes, and we've got this one here which is a negro crimea or a black crimea, which is pretty funky. And we've got this one here which is my favourite. This is a corazon de buey or buffalo's heart tomato plants, and these are really big and are really tasty in salads. So we're going to get to putting these together and then we're going to get to planting. Right, let's open the box, get it checked out. Got some instructions. And first of the floor, each sides together. They just literally click together like that. And we'll just fit down there. That's it. There's the little watering hole, and that lines up with this in the floor. So, this little piece here just pops down the gate, and that'll just stop the soil from going down into the water. One of these. Just push and fit, probably straightforward. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty tall, but looking good. Right, let's get some soil in there. Okay, cool. We're going to give it some water and then we'll get to planting. Got a little melon, so we'll pop in the corner. And in the middle, we'll put the tomato plant. Okay, there we go. We'll repeat that now 4 more times. The last thing we're going to do is just we're going to top off the little water deposit in the bottom here. Obviously the roots aren't quite long enough to reach down there, but it's good practice. At the very least it'll keep it humid and stop it drying out quite so fast, I hope. There we go, last one finished now. I'm going to leave them for a few weeks, keep monitoring progress. Hopefully we'll start seeing some flowers, and then a few weeks after that some fruit. Right, so it's been about 10 days since we planted these. Today our mission is to get some sort of drip feed irrigation set up on the go with like a timer, like a clock, so it's automatically watering itself basically. I'll probably forget to do it otherwise, but it's also the best way to give it the right amount of water every time when it needs it. Before we do that, we're going to have a quick look, see how things are looking. So the tomato plant's looking pretty good, as is the melon. The cucumber plant, it's flowering, and you can see some little tiny cucumbers starting to appear there. But unfortunately, it's looking pretty sick. So we're going to try and rescue it, maybe chuck some sort of feed in there, in with the water, some sort of fertiliser, see if we can't rescue it, but I don't know if it'll last or it won't. The others are looking pretty good. Tomato plant's very big, looking nice and green. Same story again here, looking pretty good, one apart from the cucumbers, which are looking rough. And we've had a bit of rain, and as you can see there, the roots it's compacted the soil down and the roots are exposed. So we definitely need to backfill a bit more soil in there, get that covered up. We did leave a good bit of depth, as you can see. Look at the back there, just in case we had to do that. So we're good there. And then here, again, last one's still looking pretty good. Cucumbers the same story across the board, really. Hello, you. You helping? What are you doing? Hey, don't eat that. Come on, out of the way. Right, so that's the pots topped off with a bit more soil, which is good. Just noticed something on the cucumber plants. I'll have a quick look. So you can probably see, if I can just peel that flower back, that those two little spots there, look, they're actually in some sort of insect. 1, 2, 3. There's quite a few, there's another one there, look. So we actually think it's the bugs, maybe. So we're going to get a little bit of a spray with some sort of natural insecticide, and then we'll also give it a good drink with some fertiliser as well. See if we can't save the old girl. Right, so we'll see how they're looking in a couple of days' time, and then we'll decide if we're going to yank them out and replant or whether we've saved them. Right, the first thing for the drip feed irrigation is the clock setup, which goes straight onto the tap. So let's open it up, see what we're dealing with. The clock itself, instructions, and then a couple of fittings. So this looks to be like a 3/4 fitting, which will just screw straight on. This obviously converts it down to 1/2 inch. Taps that we've got a 3/4, so we'll use that. That's the out feed, and you just screw that on the bottom there, just so you've got a quick release to attach the hose. And then we've got to put the batteries in. To put the batteries in, the face comes off, battery just pops in there. It's just one 9-volt battery, pops in like that. Go, and then we just turn it to run. There we go, the light's clicking now, look. So that's running basically, and then we turn it off. You can hear it click. There we go, now it turns off. So the first thing I want to do is basically that can just screw straight onto the tap, and then we can start running the tubing. So it's on run at the moment, just open it slightly. And it's running. Flip it to off, and then it stops, and then we can open the tap all the way, and you can see nothing's coming out, so we're good. Right, so I've got plenty of this 15mm pipe, and I've got this 4mm stuff, our last part that comes up from the main bit into the flower itself. Hello there. And I've also got a big bag of different types of drippers, tees, connectors, all that stuff. So basically, from the clock this way, we're going to start to build it up. Come on. Right then, we're pretty much ready now to make some holes and then get ready to feed in the 4 mil pipe, ultimately the dripper in the end. I thought I'd just show you, I've got two choices. This one is literally drip, 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 and this one tends to do a spray, so we're not really sure, but I'll plug it in and you can have a look at the difference. So here we go, turn the tap on. So there's the first one. As you can see, drip, 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 drip. And then this one is adjustable, so you can twist it and you get like that kind of spray. You can have it as maxed out, reduce it, small as you like, or off completely, or just dripping. That's probably about right. Look, it just sits like that, watering. Right, so after much deliberation, we've decided that these ones are the way to go. The dripper is individual, so I've required 3 pipes coming up, whereas we think if we leave it quite long, so we're not kinking it or forcing it, have it say running up like that, and just have it sort of sitting in the middle of all 3 like that, we reckon the spray will be enough to cover all 3. Before we do that, I'll just demo on a small bit of pipe the process of fitting this 4 mil pipe to the 15 mil pipe. We've got these little tiny connectors which basically just pop onto the end like so, and then you've got to create a hole in the 15 mil pipe where these sort of slot in. Now I've got this tool which is pretty good because it's hollow, so as you push it in, the bit of pipe, rather than not sort of pushing up and sitting inside and kind of possibly blocking everything, the bit of plastic actually drops down inside this piece, and then you can just push that up and remove it. So what you're doing is actually leaving a really clean hole. So I'll do that as close to the end as I can, and you can see what the result is. So give it a bit of twisting. There we go, you can hear it pop and you can retract it. You can see the little tiny bit of plastic there is just popped out. Little teeny weeny piece of plastic. And what's left is a really good hole. And now, if you look up inside that hole, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but you can certainly see it's really, really perfect. And then that literally just pushes in the hole there, okay? Obviously, once you've made that hole, you can't repair it. You'd have to cut it and put in a joining piece, basically. So you've got to be pretty careful where you decide on your final positioning to get this, to make sure you don't have to redo everything. Right, let's crack on. Okay, 4 drippers, 4 pipes, 4 connectors. Just got a little wooden toothpick. I'm just going to run it through here and just make sure it's clear. I've used these before, so some of them have got dirt and limescale. You can see this one, look. There you go. Some sort of bug. With these ones, you just unscrew them all the way, and you just need to check that all the holes are clear. And just check by looking at the sun. You can see they're all clear. A little bit of crap in there, we'll get rid of that. And then again here, you can just run a toothpick through there, just to make sure that blockage is also pretty good. And again, you can see the light coming through, that's nice and clear. Right, so we'll fit this on the end. And what I think we'll do is we'll connect it all up, then we'll run the water and clear out the tube, and then we'll put the end piece on. It just literally just pushes on and then clips in place, like so. See what I mean? That's a huge blockage there. So we'll go through the other end, which is clear, and we'll try and blast that out with the water pressure. Okay, cool. Let's get these holes popped and get these bad boys blown through. Right, for the holes here, we're just going to aim for the middle of the pipe at the back and do 1, 2, 3, 4, more or less where the pots are now. So these now just pop inside there, they just push fit in, clip like that. We'll just hold all the ends together, turn the tap on and blast out any rubbish before we put the little drippers on. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's flowing. This one's not, look. Got nothing coming out of this one. Pagas el agua. Okay, this pipe's blocked. What we'll do is we'll put the drippers on these, close them, and then try and get more pressure coming through this one. Right, we'll try again with the water first. Nothing there. Okay, apagas el agua. Let's take it off. That's definitely blocked. We'll just replace it. Right, new bit of pipe. There we go, back in the hole. Let's test it. There we go. Nice. So we'll just stick the dripper on. There we go. Abres el agua. Just test the dripper. There you can see. There we go. Happy days. Right, so we can get these pots back in position. Get these pipes laid. So what I'm thinking is to wrap it around here a few times and then to have a sort of come in at the bottom around about there and then just zip tie it in place just to keep it where I want it. So I think we're going to try that. Right there. Let's cut it to length. Let's test that before we finish the rest. I think if we can just position it like that, so it's getting all of them, I think that's pretty good. Let's do the others. Just to make it that bit easier, I've got some offshoots of bamboo. I'm just going to fit in. Just gives it that extra bit of support. Hello? You open again? Right, let's turn the water back on, see how it's looking. So to adjust the flow, you just tighten them up. One more is closed, and it's just a little tiny drip. You can hear it click, so it's got one click, like that. 2 clicks. I think if we bring it back a little bit, there we go, just position the earth so it runs down towards this one. And I think that's perfect. Right, there we go, that's all that's sorted now. Happy with that. The pace that's coming out, I think we'll set it for a minute, maybe 2 minutes, just once a day in the evening, I think. And that should be enough for now. As we move sort of into June, end of June, we can obviously adjust it as we see fit. But for now, we're just going to leave that trucking on.